Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm M16 and today we're going to be taking a look at my Minecraft papercraft tutorial of the Moobloom. Recently, over the last few days, the Minecraft live stream was announced, and with that, 3 new mobs appeared that you can vote on: the Moobloom, the Glow Squid, and the Iceager. And they're not the most stellar in my opinion, but it's definitely a nice way for the Minecraft community to be participating in Minecraft's new updates. So, what better way to get to know your favorite mob than to make a papercraft version of it, hold it in your hands and everything? So that's what we're going to be doing today. We are doing, like I said before, the Moobloom papercraft tutorial. Yay! It's not too difficult. My time for making it was about 45 minutes. Anyway, let's go straight into it with the list of the materials. You're gonna need some glue. You're gonna need also some scissors or an X-Acto knife, and you're also gonna need toothpicks. So get that stuff ready, and we're just gonna go straight into the part 1, which is cutting out everything. So cutting out everything, it's pretty simple. What you just want to do is cut around all the edges, and don't forget those white tabs as well, because those are like pretty important. They're used for like putting everything in, so don't forget those. Part 2, folding. Yay! So for part 2 for folding, I'm just gonna kind of show you one of each of those pieces. Like for the example, the body is very similar to the head and the legs, so just kind of follow along and do the same thing that you're doing for the body to the head and the legs. So what you're going to want to do is basically just fold those white tabs, fold them along where they join up with the body, and or the legs and the head, because you're using the same thing. And if you see those dotted lines, just fold along those as well. Pretty darn simple. And then once you're done, you can just kind of see that it's going to look something a little bit like that. Just kind of folded it along those edges there, and simple, so you'll be able to get that done no problemo. Speaking of no problemo, though, go ahead and leave any problems in the comments below. And tell me what you're going to vote for in the Minecraft livestream. Can't wait to hear you guys' opinions. For the udder, the horns, and the flowers, you're just going to want to fold again. So for the flowers, just fold along that center line where those dotted lines are, and you can't really mess that up, although I messed that up, so we're not going to talk about that. And do the same thing to the rest of those flowers. They're basically all the same. For the udder, it's kind of more difficult because you got super tiny white tabs there, but it's pretty simple still, so just fold along those white tabs and fold along those dotted lines. Are there dotted lines there? I don't know if there's dotted lines there. No, just fold along those. It's kind of the same thing as the body, but a little bit more difficult, so just kind of work around that. Part 4, gluing. Wow! So with part 4, which is gluing, obviously, I'm going to start with the flowers here first. I don't actually glue the flowers when we were doing the folding part of it. I don't actually glue the flowers together, like, at all. I don't glue the flowers together. Instead, what I just do is kind of assemble them, and then I just kind of glue them together afterwards, which you'll see in a little bit here. So just take out your X-Acto knife or your scissors again, and just kind of make a cut vertically to about halfway horizontally. And then you're going to want to do that same thing, but on the opposite end of the flower. So you're going to take those two flowers that look like the exact same shape, and then just at the top of one, cut to about halfway, then at the bottom of one, cut to about halfway. If you ever folded like those or made those like little McDonald's action figures, like little paper toys things, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just like making a little stand for it. No, just me. Oh, okay. But yeah, just do the same thing for the rest of the flowers too, and you'll be good to go, my friend. And then we're just gonna have a very nice cut transition to the actual gluing part of it. I know, I am so fancy. So for this, I'm gonna show you again one of each. So like the head and the legs and the body, very similar. So I'm just gonna show you how to do the body. So what you're gonna do, you're just gonna take some glue and you're gonna like Phil Swift flex paste, like just slap it on that white tab there. Just kind of spread it around so it's kind of evenly on the white tab there. I like to take the other opposite end of the body here, or the legs or the head, and I kind of like to cupboard door, like a closet door, or like a cupboard door, and just kind of like fold along there while the glue is drying. It helps it to dry when you provide pressure on it, and in my opinion, makes it a little bit stronger. Takes a little bit time off your hands too, so good thing all around. You can do that, or you can just not. You might just be here for the design. That's totally fine too. And then just take your glue and just put it on the white tabs at the top and the bottom, and you're just gonna kind of do the same thing. Instead, you're gonna close the trap door, though, as I like to call it. And now you're gonna have a fully enclosed three-dimensional rectangular prism. I know middle school math terminology very very well. Um, so yeah, it's not too complicated. Get that done and do the same thing to the legs and the head, and you're basically like almost done with all the gluing. It's pretty easy. So now we move on to the horns. So for the horns, it's pretty simple still, pretty simple stuff. Just take the just do the same exact thing I did for the body, like folding and then like closing the cupboard door on that white tab from the other end. And then you're just gonna want to close the trap door on the top and bottom. I'm only showing it because like the horn is super tiny, microscopic, and it's pretty annoying to make. So if you don't want to do that, then you can just kind of like make it two-dimensional, but it doesn't look as good. But I mean, you still get the gist of it. It's like it's a horn. Like you can tell it what it is. So for the flowers, just basically like glue along the edge there as I'm doing. I just kind of want to put a little bit of glue there so it like doesn't fall apart or like get twisted up or anything. So just kind of do that, or you just can't. You just won't. Like it's up to you. I don't really care. Part 4, assembly, woo. So now you got all your pieces glued. It's about like midnight now, and you're like, oh my gosh, I am going to make this thing. Very good job. Hats off to you, my guy. So you see those letters or those symbols on there, like A and A? Just match them up. Like just match them, bro. Just match them. It's pretty simple, pretty cool. Just match them up and slap them on each other, and just kind of let them dry a little bit, so you don't like pull them apart when you're putting on the horns on the head, like I did. I messed up bad. For the head, it does go all the way to the top, like I'm doing here, so you don't have to worry. That's actually how it goes. And then for the horns, you're just gonna want to play like smack them on the head. Like you're just basically smacking everything like on the body and the head now. So pretty simple. You're just gonna want to like match everything. Like the other, you're just gonna match it to its corresponding thing on the underside of the body, and each leg is a C. You're just gonna match each leg to the C on the body. So, yeah, be back when you're done with that. Okay, so we are now moving on to the flowers. So the flowers are a little bit more difficult. If you have some of the flowers like kind of weird at the bottom, just kind of fold it so you make like a little base for it. Especially for those ones where it's just like a single pixel wide at the bottom. You can just kind of fold along there and like make a little tab out of that stem. That's what I did for one of them. And then for those like thicker base ones, then just kind of like put glue along the base. Hopefully it's kind of like a little thick around the base, and you can just put it around. I'm just putting them on like those white patches on the top of the body, but I do know now, like looking back, that you do put one like on that white little patch at the top of the head. But I'm just not going to do that here because future M16 here, he's not going to go back and like do the whole video for a little mistake. So don't make my mistake. Put one of those little flowers on like that white patch on the head. For the rest of them, you can like go pixel per pixel if you want, but I'm not that dedicated. So I just kind of put them around the those little white patches, and yeah, you're basically done with the model. I'm gonna give a 360 view of the model here in a few seconds, and that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, see you guys next time.